So, one day later, from my previous video of us talking about the Revenant leaks of Revenant Reborn and his entire rework, thank y'all, by the way, for the love y'all showed for that video. It did way better than most of my average videos. I'm beyond thankful for y'all. Thank you all for the new subs, the comments, asking questions about it, even commenting saying like, hey, the leaks were actually revealed today and this isn't truly what it is, which is true. We got two abilities right from Bob's video, and when we watched that, the tactical was correct with his leaping ability. It was a little bit different than what I thought it was going to be, and the passive was correct. It's not what it looked like in the Bob's video and on his modded version, which I had a feeling it wasn't going to look like that, which is more than okay. It was still gave us a pretty good idea of what it was going to be. The ultimate was wrong, which we said in the video, but now I watched this briefly earlier. It's Timmy got to talk with a dev that's actually working on the rework of Revenant one-on-one Revenant Reborn gameplay, and it looks very insane and very broken.
Hey guys, for the first time ever, Respawn is completely reworking a character. This new Revenant looks insane.
Hi, I'm Evan Fennell. I'm a game designer on Apex, working on the new Revenant rework.
I think he's definitely going to be a fun new character that everyone can kind of play. Like, I see a lot of movement techies, you know, gonna get really excited to play him.
Revenant is a whole new kit. For Revenant's passive, we're calling it Assassin's Instinct. We wanted to kind of keep the faster crouch speed and the wall climb from before, as it's kind of an iconic part of his old kit.
They did confirm it. He's keeping his old passives, so he's got like what, 3-4 passives now with the wall climb very fast. They even tuned it better to where you can wall climb even better now. But you can crouch walk and you still move at like walking speed, so you can creep up on enemies way faster. Like the dev said, iconic for Revenant.
So his wall climb has been improved to give him more horizontal movement. He's also able to see nearby enemies that are low on health, and if Revenant gets them low himself, he'll mark that enemy's position for his team, which then he can use to his brand new tactical Shadow Pounce for. Shadow Pounce allows him to unleash a powerful leap forward that lets him close the gap between him and his prey. He can use it to reach height on a wall to quickly transition into the improved wall climbing, or to simply reposition for a better angle, and you can hold the tactical to charge it to leap even farther.
His new passive, his old passives, and now his ability, combine those three together, he already looks really good. Like, I was kind of thinking that when after the video and I edited it and stuff, and I was really sitting and debating like, wow, if that's how it works, and you were still close enough to him, you can just leap towards that one person, pull out a shotgun, SMG, you're on them immediately. Like, they try and hide behind a wall, just behind a building, you can get there a lot faster than I was really thinking about in the first place. I really didn't put like those two abilities together thinking, wow, break them, you know exactly where they are, your team knows where they are. If you as Revenant do the damage, it pings exactly where they are. I mean, I really didn't. Combining those two together is very good. Like, I really didn't think about that. And the fact that he gets it already by himself just to see people. And it outlines the entire body alone right there. Like, the entire person and visual themselves is great for Revenant alone. And then if you're the Revenant, you get the break below 50, 40 HP, whatever it is. Now your entire team can see him and the Revenant can still see them. And he's looking through a wall, which we kind of thought that was going to be from Bob's modded video of him leaking a few of these things. It did more of like an outlining in the modded version. Now this just puts an arrow literally, hey, right between these two arrows is somebody. So like, you know, through smoke, like a Bangalore smoke, if you happen to get the kill and she's running away and there's no rocks in the way, no walls, no cover for her to hide behind. If Revenant gets her low enough, everyone can see it through the smoke. That alone, watching him go for height, because there's a lot of places and some maps where like height is key, and if the Horizon's on their team and they can get there first, if you can contest it first, that will kind of keep them away from jumping all up at once. So the fact that Revenant can leap this far and high and immediately grab the wall and start climbing it's actually really insane. Because as soon as he hits that wall, he starts climbing. Like, that's, dude, movement players are going to love this character. And you cannot tell me otherwise. They're going to love this character so much. Holding it longer gives you a massive jump. It's like even like a better octane pad just for Revenant.
You can hold the tactical to charge it to leap even farther.
I mean, dude, you go so far. And you grab the wall immediately, so it doesn't matter where you jump to. As long as there's a wall in the way or anything, you can just grab it and start climbing, like, immediately. Yeah, and then his ultimate looks very broken. His ultimate's got it down. I think a lot of people are going to use Revenant because this ultimate's busted.
Revenant's new ultimate is called Forged Shadows, which creates a shroud of shadows around him that protects him from direct incoming damage. which includes things like melee, bullets, and explosives, but not radius or AoE effects like the ring, fire, or caustic gas. The Shroud increases Revenant's upper body hitbox, making him an easier target.
They didn't make him too overpowered with this right here, an easier area to shoot. I feel like if you kept the old hitbox with this and gave him the ability to get more shield and health over time, as you get a knock, a kill, in a gunfight, maybe there's, you know, 3 teams around you and you were just slaying out for 30 seconds. With a smaller hitbox, this would be very broken. It's still kind of broken, I'm gonna be honest. If you're a good player in general and you're fighting, you know, 2-3 teams and you got a really good position, 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna get a knock or a break, the ability to go jump at somebody if you're playing Revenant, just, you know, whatever the case may be. Knowing that he has a bigger hitbox when the ability is activated does make me feel a little better.
On you, but if you break his shadows, they will start to slowly recharge over time, and damaging Revenant while they are recharging will briefly pause the regen. Revenant is vulnerable when his shields are down, taking normal shield and health damage, but if he manages to secure a knock, it will bring back his shadows immediately and extend the duration of his ultimate. Knocks while in your ultimate will also reset your tactical charge, allowing you to keep up the fight even if the enemy tries to escape.
Him explaining that right there alone, it's just Ape City. Like, run it down is pretty much what I heard from this dev. Is in his shadow form for 30 seconds, you get 75 extra shield. If you have a blue, that's 2 blues stacked on top of each other. If you have a red, that's a red armor and a blue armor stacked on top of each other. Yes, they didn't make it super overpowered and keep the smaller hitbox of Revenant. I'm glad they did add the, they did not add like AoE effect, caustic gas, ring damage. I'm glad they did not add that into like the extra, and that would just do direct damage to him. So if he pops his ultimate and he, you know, he's pretty low on flesh already and he gets that 75 shield, he can still die to caustic gas or ring damage or, you know, X, Y, and Z. It's balanced on paper, but I don't know. I don't know. You give this to a really good Revenant player or a good player in general, and they master this very quickly, I got a weird feeling I'm going to be seeing some Revenants and some new Revenant mains once people get this figured out more. He seems very good, dude. Crouch at walking speed, so you're silent and walking at the same time. Wall climbing, it's been tuned. It's a lot more, it's a lot better now. And then you add his tactical, which is the leap. So either you get a kind of a quick leap, or you can charge it and go even farther. And you can also add the passives into it to where if you break someone, you can just jump at them immediately wherever they're at, especially if you do with his other passive. If you get them below 40, if the Revenant gets them below 40, it tells the entire team where they're at, which is insane. It literally highlights like, hey, right here, 2 arrows pointing at me, I'm very weak. His ultimate seems very good. It's way better than what the old Revenant totem was. And as much as I liked the area of effect one from last video that I explained or that I talked about from Bob's video, the idea of that was cool. This is 100 times better. It's kind of like a ballistic ultimate. Instead of unlimited ammo and fast reload, you just get more shields. It's just essentially run it downtown. Like, it's time to run it. Any offensive player is going to love this update, either if they have a teammate who runs Revenant and they're offensive too, jumping in people's faces, literally just running it down, trying to get damage done to just anybody. Just, dude, the idea is just, this is a good update for Revenant. Yeah, I think I might try out Revenant, y'all. I'm gonna be honest.